I'm going to be showing you guys how to swing a bat for softball, because baseball players have different swings. So let's get this started. You're always going to need a helmet, because just in case the ball hits you in the head, you want to be protected. And you want to get yourself a bat. I use the Dean Marino Vendetta composite. Now, just some information. With this bat, I hit myself a walk-off double yesterday. And you guys want to know why no one's filming with me today? Well, because it's summertime. And it's summertime, everybody's on vacation and stuff. So, first of all, you want to line up your knocking knuckles like this. Okay? If you got that, good. Now, I'm a lefty, so many of you guys might be righties, but if you're a lefty, you want to have your left hand like on top like this and your right hand on the bottom. If you're a righty, you want to go the other way and have your right hand on top and your left hand on the bottom. So, you want to have the bat by your ear, have some bend in your knees, and you want to swing through hands towards the ball, and then when you fall through, you just roll over. Now, that doesn't give you guys such a great angle, so I'm gonna go like this and do it. So, with your knees, you want to bend them a little bit. So you're in like an athletic stance, shoulder width apart. Like I said, I'm a lefty, so you want to have your knuckles lined up. Bat up. You want to give yourself a toe touch, which is, the toe touch is pretty much stepping towards the ball. But if you have a open stance, where your foot is a little bit behind, you step in towards the ball. And if it's outside, if you have a closed stance, then they're both together and your legs are together, not back like this, but together. You want to just step that way, like that way towards the ball. So hopefully I helped you guys just a little bit of your stance, but your swing is what matters the most. Your swing, like if you're under like this, you're just gonna, sorry, there's a plane coming by. Come on. Okay, so I'm just gonna talk a little bit louder so you guys might be able to hear me. So you want to have I prefer an open stance, just so it's easier to step towards the ball. But anyway, back to the swing. You don't want to swing like this, because most likely if the ball's here or something, which is in your strike zone, where it says, where mine says team captain right here, that's the top of my strike zone, to where my knees are, about down there. So also, you don't want to go like this, because you're worried you're doing this. But first, let's talk about if you're doing this, you're going to miss the ball that's up here because you're going like that. So if anything is here, you're just going to miss it. But if anything is here, you're just going to make contact and have a pop fly to the pitcher, shortstop, or second baseman. Which is not good because you'll get out. You don't want to have a chop swing like that, because you'll hit a ground ball somewhere, and at my level I'm playing at, ground balls are just so easy to throw you out unless you're like the Usain Bolt, who's super fast. But yeah. So your swing, you just want it to be level. When you're swinging, you want to turn your hips towards the pitcher. So the pitcher's over there. I am in my stance. I want to, instead of just using this, my arms, you want to use your legs, and when you turn your hips, you want it to be facing the pitcher at the end, as well as having a little bit of a bend in your left or right knee. Your left one if you're a lefty, and your right one if you're a righty. You just want to have a little bit of a bend. This one needs to be straight, and I'll show you guys how that looks like. So, more stories. I did hit a walk-off, which was awesome. Right now I'm in the backyard of my house. Hopefully you guys can see my legs here. Can you guys see them? Yeah. So, when you turn your hips, like I said over there, you want to turn them so they're facing the pitcher, but also you want to squash the bug. So when you squash the bug, you're just going to turn your leg like this in, and when you're turning like that, you want to have this leg straight. You want to have this one have a little bend, because that's where your power comes from, and you want to have a lot of power when you're swinging. So hopefully you guys learned anything. For that, let's move on to bunting. I just came off a states tournament. If you were in the top 12, you made it to regionals. And unfortunately, my team came in 13th. Anyway, so bunting. This is important. Say you have a runner first and second, and you want them to go to the next base. You want to move the runners around. So if your coach gives you the bunt sign, in my case, the bunt sign would be touching your nose and then across your belly like that. So if I got that sign, I would have moved up to the front of the batter's box, but I wouldn't just go straight away. I just would bunt because everybody would know I'm bunting. So I'd have to start my swing like I'm in my stance, and then when the pitcher's in her windup like this, then I want to turn and bunt. But before I tell you guys more about that, now my bat has a double barrel, so it's probably easier to know where you're gonna bunt. But when you bunt, you want to have your fingers like this. I would just have the top of the bat lay up, and then you're just gonna leave your right hand if you're a lefty at the bottom. But if you're a righty, you want to do the same thing, but just opposite. So when I'm bunting, I would bunt, and if you angle your bat this way, for a lefty, it would go towards third over there, and if you angled your bat that way, it would go to first. But if you're just beginning bunting, I don't think you want to start with angles. I think you might want to start with just the basics. There's also another thing called a fake bunt. So if you get the fake bunt sign, that pretty much means you want the third baseman to come in, because the third baseman will come in when you're actually bunting. And say there's a person on second, you would fake bunt, even if the pitch was right down the middle. When you fake bunt, you're just not gonna wait till they're in their windup like this. You wouldn't wait for that. You just bunt as soon, and then you pull back like this. Even if it was right down the middle, you don't want to fake a bunt like some people do. You don't want to go like this, pull back, and then swing. That's not very good. But also, another tip for your swing is you want to have your nose and belly button in a line. And this is still something I need to work on. So you just want them to move at the same time. Have your nose above your belly button. And if you're more advanced, I'll tell you guys more about that next video. But hope you guys learned a lot today. Peace out, ballers. Bye.